History is not a straight line of progress. It is a graveyard of forgotten brilliance and silent warnings. Tonight, we peel back the veil of time to confront 5 enigmas that should not exist. From machines that predated the industrial age by millennia, to languages that no human can read, our past is darker and deeper than you have been led to believe. Watch closely, for the answers may change how you view your own existence. Imagine an empire erased, not by war, but by a collective amnesia. Imagine a plant so valuable it was worth its weight in gold, yet it vanished without a trace. These are not fairy tales. These are the verified scars on the record of humanity. As we journey through these 5 mysteries, ask yourself what we might be losing today that tomorrow will never find. We often look back at our ancestors with a sense of intellectual superiority. We assume they were primitive, struggling in the dark while we bask in the light of technology. But the evidence suggests a different story. A story where civilizations reached heights we are only now beginning to understand. This is the context for our first revelation, a device that should have been impossible. To understand these mysteries, we must adopt the mind of a Stoic. We must observe the facts without the bias of modern comfort. The universe does not owe us an explanation for its secrets. It only leaves us fragments of the truth to find. Let us begin our descent into the first enigma, recovered from the bottom of the Aegean Sea. In the year 1900, divers near the island of Antikythera discovered a lump of corroded bronze. It looked like a rock, but it was the world's first analog computer. Dated to the 2nd century before Christ, the Antikythera Mechanism used a complex system of over 30 gears to track the heavens. It predicted eclipses and the movements of the 5 known planets with terrifying precision. Nothing of this complexity would appear again for over 1,000 years. The existence of this device destroys the narrative of slow technological growth. It suggests that the ancient Greeks possessed mathematical knowledge that was lost during the fall of their civilization. How many other machines of such genius were melted down or lost to the sea? The Antikythera Mechanism is a ghost of a scientific revolution that was strangled in its crib. It forces us to ask how much of our history is actually a series of restarts. Modern X-rays have revealed inscriptions on the device that acted as a user manual. It was designed to be used by someone who understood the cosmos as a machine. This level of craftsmanship implies a tradition of engineering that we have no other record of. It is a lonely sentinel of a peak in human capability that simply vanished. We are left wondering what else was once known and is now forgotten. But as quickly as the Greeks reached for the stars, the world around them began to crumble. The stability of the ancient world was far more fragile than we care to admit. This brings us to a catastrophe that almost ended civilization itself, a mystery that transformed the Mediterranean into a graveyard within a single generation. Next up is a mystery that reshaped the map of the world. Around 1200 before Christ, the Late Bronze Age was at its zenith. Egypt, the Hittites, and the Mycenaeans were part of a vast, interconnected global economy. Then, in the span of a few decades, almost every major city, from Greece to Gaza, was burned to the ground. This was the Bronze Age collapse, a systemic failure so total that writing itself was lost in many regions. The cause remains one of history's greatest debates. Historians point to the mysterious Sea People, a group of marauders who arrived on ships and laid waste to the coast. But the Sea People were likely a symptom, not the cause. The collapse was a perfect storm of climate change, drought, and internal rebellion. The systems that made these empires strong also made them vulnerable to a chain reaction of failure. When one pillar fell, the entire roof of the ancient world came down. Imagine the terror of living through such an era. The trade routes stopped, the grain stores emptied, and the gods seemed to have turned their backs. It was a dark age that lasted centuries, leaving only myths behind. The fall of the Bronze Age reminds us that complexity is a double-edged sword. Our own globalized world shares many of the same patterns that led to their destruction. While empires fell to fire and steel, some secrets were preserved in ink, hidden in plain sight. Our third mystery is a book that has been examined by the world's best cryptographers and remains unread. It is a document that mocks our understanding of language and logic. Let us turn the pages of the most mysterious manuscript in human history. The Voynich Manuscript is a 15th century codex filled with strange plants, celestial diagrams, and bathing women. What makes it an enigma is the script. It is written in an unknown alphabet that follows the statistical rules of a real language but matches no known tongue. For over a century, linguists and codebreakers have tried to crack its meaning. Even the brilliant minds who broke the Enigma code in the war could not make sense of it. Is it a sophisticated hoax designed to swindle a wealthy collector? Carbon dating confirms the vellum is from the early 1400s, making it a very old and expensive deception if that is the case. Or is it the lost knowledge of a forgotten culture, or perhaps a cipher for alchemical secrets? The drawings of plants are particularly haunting because they do not match any species on Earth. It is a window into a world that exists only within those pages. The silence of the Voynich Manuscript is a blow to our modern ego. We believe that with enough computing power, every lock can be picked. Yet, this small leather-bound book remains a silent fortress. It challenges our assumption that the past is always an open book for us to read. Some things were never meant for our eyes, or perhaps we have simply lost the frequency to hear them. But while the Voynich Manuscript was hidden, our fourth topic was intentionally destroyed. In the sands of Egypt, there is a hole in history where a king should be. A man who tried to change the world was almost erased from the memory of the living. The fourth one on our list is even crazier because it shows the power of the state to kill the past. Pharaoh Akhenaten was a revolutionary who abolished the ancient gods of Egypt to worship a single sun disk, the Aten. He built a new capital in the desert and changed the art of his empire to be strangely realistic. But after his death, his successors declared him a heretic. They didn't just kill his followers. They dismantled his cities and chiseled his face off every monument. They practiced damnatio memoriae, the total condemnation of his memory. For thousands of years, the world forgot that Akhenaten ever existed. It was only by chance that his city, Amarna, was rediscovered in the 19th century. The mystery lies in why his reforms were considered so dangerous that his name had to be physically murdered. What did he discover or preach that terrified the priesthood of Egypt so deeply? He was a king who reached for a new reality and was punished with eternal silence. The erasure of Akhenaten shows us that history is written by the victors, and sometimes the victors delete the parts they don't like. How many other great thinkers or civilizations have been completely scrubbed from the record? The sheer effort required to erase Akhenaten suggests that what he represented was a profound threat to the status quo. It is a chilling example of how fragile our legacy truly is. But while a king can be erased by a chisel, nature can be erased by greed. Our final enigma takes us to the heart of the Roman Empire, where a miracle was consumed into extinction. This is the story of a plant that was the cornerstone of an empire, yet it no longer grows on this earth. The final mystery on our list is a tragedy of ecological loss. In the ancient city of Cyrene, a plant called Silphium grew. It was a wonder drug used for everything from seasoning food to medicine and birth control. It was so important that the Romans printed its image on their coins. Yet, despite being one of the most documented plants in history, it vanished during the 1st century. Some say it was overharvested, others say it was a change in the soil. The mystery is that Silphium refused to be cultivated. It only grew in a narrow strip of land in modern-day Libya. No matter how hard the Romans tried to farm it, the plant would only thrive in the wild. When the wild land was exhausted by grazing and harvest, the plant simply ceased to be. We have lost a biological treasure that we may never find again. Is it possible that Silphium still hides in a remote valley, waiting to be rediscovered? Or is it the first great example of human greed destroying a natural miracle? To the Romans, it was a gift from the gods. To us, it is a reminder that once a lineage is broken, it is gone forever. Nature does not provide second chances for those who do not respect its limits. We have looked at 5 different scars on the face of history: the mechanical genius of the Greeks, the sudden fall of empires, the unreadable book, the erased king, and the vanished plant. Each of these tells us that our knowledge is incomplete. Which of these enigmas do you find the most unsettling? Is it the technology we lost, or the truth that was intentionally hidden? The past is a mirror that shows us what we might become if we do not learn from the collapses and the erasures of those who came before. We are destined to join them in the silence. Thank you for listening to these Echoes of Aeon. Reflect on these truths and share your thoughts in the comments. Until next time, keep questioning the shadows.